Hello, in this occasion we are going to begin with the introduction to woven fabrics. We are going to begin with fibers and we are going to explain fibers classification. Fibers classification is relatively important because we need to know or predict part of the properties of the fibers when they are in the fabrics or in the yarns. The properties are not going to be based on the color as we can observe here. Okay? We are going to classify them depending on different aspects, but not the color, right? We know that fibers are based on structural units, which are called monomers, and monomers are repeated inside a structure, which is called polymer, okay? These polymers are arranged inside the fiber in different levels or order, but this is not going to be the focus of our presentation. What we need to know is that we have some polymer chains inside the fibers, and part of the fibers are called because of the name of the polymer, right? So, if we move to the classification, we need to define a criteria. A criteria which could be based depending on if they are common fibers, technical fibers, or any other criteria. For example, common fibers because they are used for common uses, okay? So in this occasion, we could talk about clothes or garments or home textiles or any other fiber which is commonly used for routinary aspects. On the other side, we've got technical fibers. Technical fibers, it's because they are defined because of a technical application, okay? So in this occasion, for example, we could talk that firemen use technical fibers, okay? But this is a specific application. And usually they appear because they want to improve one of the properties that common fibers are not going to offer, okay? This property. And we can classify them depending on any other kind of criteria, such as, for example, biodegradability, flame retardancy, or antibacterial effect, etc. We've got many criteria. If we move into the common fibers and we move into the most extended classification, we could observe that common fibers are classified depending if they are natural fibers or chemical fibers. Inside natural fibers, we've got two classifications or sub-classifications, organic fibers and inorganic fibers. The group of organic fibers would define if they are animal or vegetable ones, okay? Because both of them are natural, but they come from animals or from vegetables. From animals, the more extended are wool, which comes from hair of animals, or silk, the one who came from secretions of animals. Whereas on the other way, we've got vegetables, and they can proceed from seeds, from leaves, or from trunks. Examples of these fibers could be cotton, linen, hemp, or sisal, for example. If we move into inorganic fibers, we've got two big groups, from rocks, as asbestos, or from metals, then the metallic fibers. And this is the general classification for natural fibers. If we move to chemical fibers, we can observe the same, organic ones and inorganic ones. Inside the group of organic ones, they belong, for example, natural polymers or synthetic polymers. The difference is that the polymer comes from nature or the polymer is synthetically obtained, okay? In this case, when we've got natural polymers, they could be cellulose or protein, and inside cellulose, an example would be viscose, acetate, lyocell. From proteins, we've got casein and alginates. Okay, we've got many others, of course. In synthetic polymers, we can observe that there is polyamide, polyester, polyolefin, and we've got another fibers, okay, like chlorofibers, etc. If we move into inorganic fibers, we can observe that there is the glass fiber, carbon fiber, metallic fibers, basalt fibers. We've got many examples of them, right? If we move to technical fibers, we can classify them depending if it's because of the mechanical resistance, for example, we can define high strength fibers, okay? And for example, this is the same as high tenacity fibers. We also can find fire resistance fibers, okay? And antibacterial properties or any other kind of property which could be improved because of the modification of the polymer chain, the modification of the order of the change inside the fiber, etc. Right. With this, we have talked about the classification, and once that we know the classification, we can predict part of the properties because the group usually has the same properties or similar properties. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wait for you in the next video.